done.
We freed the timeline. We found him. Beyond the storm. A citadel at the end of time. He's terrifying. He planned everything. He's seen everything. He knows everything. It's complicated, okay? But someone is coming. Countless different versions of a very dangerous person, and they're all set on war. We need to prepare.
Take it easy. You're an analyst, right? What division are you from?
What are you talking about?
Who are you? What's your name?
Boots on the ground now, archives.
Who are you?
Hope. And give you more time. If you help me. So, what's it gonna be? Antman.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another video on the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now we're past Phase 4. It is going to get so much better, but it couldn't get any worse. So Antman 3 is essentially going to be an Avengers level movie. It's not going to be a palate cleanser, as the director himself said it. It's going to be a full-scale savage movie that sets up Kang's dynasty and Secret Wars and beyond. So yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture-based content that we do on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, that would be very much appreciated. And also, if you could, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And also check us out on Twitter or WarstuG. So we're going to go over a new plot leak that's come out for Antman and the Wasp. It looks pretty reliable, based on the fact the other one we went over was bang on. This one's a little bit more in-depth, so I thought you guys would enjoy it. So, let's break it down. The movie opens up with Janet running away from some xenomorph-looking creature in the quantum realm when she meets Kang. And we cut to the present day, where we see a montage of Scott's life as a proper celebrity. He gets recognized in the streets. He's become the employee of this century at the Baskin Robbins he used to work at. He's taken out Jimmy Woo's too expensive diners. Finally, we see him doing a book tour for his autobiography, looking out for the little guy, and he narrates his life and how he saved the universe to a crowd via an excerpt of his book. He talks about how happy he was to meet a raccoon that could talk, and says his friends with the hope. But despite being an Avenger and promising to always be there if the world needs saving, he reveals to the crowd that he's now focusing on being a dad. Soon after, he gets a call that Cassie has been arrested, and Scott bails her out. The Pym Lamb family are all having dinner. Scott is struggling to connect with Cassie. Also, Hank, Janet, and Hope dunk on Scott for his new book. Cassie is, however, bonded with Hank and Janet, and we learn that she's interested in the quantum realm and had spent her time during the blip studying it. She takes the family to the lab. She reveals that she's created a walkie-talkie that receives messages from the quantum realm in case anybody gets stuck again. Janet is impressed, asks if it's a two-way communication, and if she's sending a signal to the quantum realm, she quickly demands that Cassie turns it off, but something on the other side activates, and the device and the whole family gets sucked into the quantum realm. This all sounds lovely and fascinating. We actually see that part in the trailer. I do actually think this plot leak is very viable. Scott, Cassie, Hope, Janet are separated into two groups. Scott tries to calm down by saying that being in the quantum realm is just like camping. We meet some creatures which reside in the realm. As the two groups individually advance towards the quantum city, ruled by Bill Murray's Crater, William Jackson Harper also plays a mind-reading leader of the quantum people. His assistant is a little guy with go head in a glass helmet. Hank, Janet, Hope arrive in the quantum city, surfing on giant stingrays. Some buildings in the cities appear to be alive, The family reunites and they are all brought in front of Kryler. He is impressed to see that Janet is still alive. We learn that Janet and Kryler were friends with benefits during her time from the quantum realm, and he still has feelings for her, creating an awkward love triangle. Hank says that he used to date people as well after losing Janet. They all go to Katina Bar with a bug-like bartender. Kryler tells the superhero team about Kang, an evil warlord who has taken over a big part of civilization and is threatening to take over all of it. He reveals that he has been trying to raise an army to stop him and asks the Ant family to help him. Janet admits that she hasn't been fully honest with the family, and she reveals that she knows Kang and they spent quite a lot of time together in the realm. We see flashbacks of the two together. They bonded over the fact that they were both trapped there. Kang has a ship that can traverse the multiverse, but it was broken and that he was stuck in the quantum realm. Janet was helping him fix it and told him about her life and how she got stuck in there. Kang promised her that if they were successful in fixing his ship, he would help her get back the time she had lost with hope by creating a new timeline where it would be as if Janet never left. So this is Pinnacle, guys and girls. The ship we see in all the trailers to traverse the multiverse. He's telling her he could literally make a new timeline like it was almost like she hadn't gone. This is forecasting everything that is coming forward in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, Janet accessed a neutral device that connects Kang's consciousness with the ship and found out that he traveled to the quantum realm to take over the center of time. She confronted him with this information and asked if it was true. And once Kang came clean, she destroyed much of the ship's equipment and escaped. Kang has been looking for Janet ever since. Guys, this is literally telling you the plot of this movie, but also how Kang's dynasty is going to play out. Kang's consciousness, and found out he literally went into the quantum realm because why? Well, because none of the other Kangs could actually sense this version of Kang here, and he's been planning his master plan ever since. The Ant family managed to find Kang, but he catches Scott and Cassie and imprisons them in cells. Scott proudly claims he is an Avenger and will take Kang down, but Kang replies with, "An Avenger, have I killed you before?" Worth saying, that was at the D23 trailer that didn't get released to the public. They kind of changed the trailer that came out a few weeks ago. But this is really lining up. So he then questions whether he is the one with a hammer. Scott says that he gets confused for Thor all the time. Interesting. So is it really, is he, there's going to be multiple Kangs in this movie. It's so obvious. But is he really the Kang that's killed the Avengers in the future? Probably not. We don't know. We do know the Kang in this movie, the predominant Kang, is actually Kang the Conqueror, who will be in Kang's dynasty and then subconsciously also be in Secret Wars. Kang tells Scott that he is willing to help him escape the quantum realm and get back the time he's lost, but only if Scott helps him in return. Scott refuses at first, and Kang threatens to kill Cassie if he doesn't cooperate. Kang claims that the world needs him since he is the only one who can stop what is coming. When Scott asks, "What is that?" Kang simply replies, "Me." This has all been set up in the first season of Loki. He who remains, who was killed by Sylvie, or was he, warned us about everything. Scott begrudgingly agrees and asks what he must do. Kang says that he requires his skills as a thief, as he needs him to steal something. Kang's chair that controls his ship. Multiversal travel abilities, or more accurately, the chair's power source. Now we've seen in this trailer, we know the ship is in the quantum realm. Multiversal travel. For Kang to be the Conqueror, he must get out, which he will get out by the end of the movie. Kang frees Scott and Cassie, and they return to the rest of their family. But he also sends MODOK, mechanical organism designed only for killing, his second in command and main advisor, with them to assist and keep an eye on them. We learn that MODOK is actually Darren Cross, Hank Pym's psychopath protege that tried to replicate Hank's formula and then sell it to Hydra and the 10 rings. When Scott destroyed Darren's yellow jacket suit, he didn't actually die. His limbs just shrunk and he was sucked into the quantum realm in this dysmorphed form. There's a running joke where the Ant family calls MODOK Darren, and he hates it. Scott has an emotional moment with Cassie saying he messed up a lot of things in his life, but she was the only thing he never did. He promises Cassie he'll get her home. It is unclear what the rest of the second act, the heist, looks like, but we do know that Scott arrives at the Quantum Nexus, probably the nexus of all realities from the comics, which is indeed the center of space and time and allows someone to travel to every universe, realm, dimension they please at any point of time. It is theorized to be the place the Watcher resides, in which has the same crystal-like structure and the colors that are seen in the quantum realm. It is also being guarded by Man-Thing in the comics. This is probably the center of time that Kang wants to take over, which is located at the quantum realm. And there he sees windows into alternate versions of his life. There's a Scott who just a Baskin-Robbins employee in his universe and doesn't understand what's going on. Scott works with his multiversal self against MODOK. Interesting. Multiversal Scotts. We know this already because we can see it in the trailer. But in a twist, it is revealed that Kang had already taken over all of the quantum realm, and Kryler was actually working for him this entire time and had set the Ant family up, but only under threat for his own life. Kryler is very afraid of Kang. He should be. He's Kang the freaking Conqueror. Kang reveals he's built an empire and says he'll take it with him to conquer all the universes. He then tells Janet that she gave him a lot of time to plot his revenge by leaving him stranded in the quantum realm. And when he leaves, the first universe he'll claim will be hers, which is the main Earth, which is going to set up Kang's dynasty and then set up him conquering every other universe, which will set up secret wars when essentially whatever the Avengers team is will have to go across explore the multiverse, explore it to recruit a new Avengers team to take out Kang and hopefully Doom. The Ant family rescues Kryler from Kang's grasp, and Kryler's army comes to fight against Kang's army, along with Scott and Hope, the latter of which has gotten a lightsaber wings. Cassie also reveals that she was snooping around Hank's basement and has been trained with her own shrinking suit. She puts it on and gets Giant to fight MODOK while trying to talk him into switching side, which MODOK eventually accepts. Giant Scott and Giant Cassie run to each other for a hug. He jokes about it feeling like he's hugging Godzilla. There's a huge battle against the two armies, but eventually Kryler's army falls. Kang flies in with a legion of battle-armored ants, and they attack Kang. He manages to hold them off with his telekinetic powers. MODOK joins the fight and suppresses Kang's telekinetic powers, allowing the Ant family to attack and knock him out. Kang, however, manages to fatally injure MODOK. The family goes to MODOK's side as he dies. He rubs his tiny hand on Scott's cheek. There's an emotional moment where MODOK says Cassie was right about him and that he at least died an Avenger. Scott says he did a good job and agrees. The Ant fam, probably during the still unknown second act, has figured out a way to get back to their world, probably using Kang's chair, which they've stolen. But Kang has also survived the fight, grabs Scott, and the rest of the Ant family go back without him. Hope immediately fires up the machine again and goes back to the quantum realm to save Scott. In the meantime, Kang has beaten Scott up. Now, we've all seen the images going around the internet where Scott, Antman, looks absolutely smashed like he's going to be killed off. I don't think he will be killed off. Making his face all bloody, Wasp arrives and helps Scott fight and defeat Kang, as they are ready to use their transport device to arrive back to their world and trap Kang forever in the quantum realm. Kang steals it and traps them instead. Scott and Hope hug each other, and Scott asks why she came back for him. She tells him that it was because she saw all the other versions too. The others she could have. She didn't want to be in any of them that didn't have him. Hope says to Scott that their family will be okay and they will have to trust them to find the duo. She says Cassie will know what to do. We then cut to Cassie, frankly running all kinds of programs on different computers at the same point. She's staring at one of the monitor as she notices something. Her eyes go wide. She gasps. The movie ends because she just realized that Kang is gonna conquer absolutely freaking everything. And then it goes on to say, MODOK isn't actually dead. He was manipulating both Kang and the heroes this whole time so he could escape the realm himself. And that could be a post-credit scene. The movie is currently 2 hours and 15 minutes. Kang is said to have at least 15 minutes of time. Jeez, this sounds pretty interesting. Now, this was a little bit different to the other plot leak we did a few weeks ago. Yo, bro, why do you do plot leaks? Because this channel covers theories, news, plot leaks, reviews, trailer breakdowns. We cover absolutely freaking everything. And I honestly think this plot leak is very viable. Yes, this plot leak did come out early November. It came out just before the trailer. So I still think this information is very viable, and a multiversal war is coming. Kang, it's all coming down to Kang. Starting Doctor Strange 2, the incursions. The incursion will cause everything, and Kang will have to decimate the Avengers pretty much because he's called Kang the Conqueror. That's not just because he conquers universes, because he conquers people. But Ant-Man isn't going to die. Paul Rudd, who actually plays Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man, recently came out and said Ant-Man 3 won't be his last appearance in the MCU. It wouldn't make any sense because the people that know the most have to go forward, warn everyone, like Loki is trying to warn everyone in Loki Season 2. The ending of Ant-Man is literally going to set up the next 5 years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, the only thing I don't believe in this most recent plot leak is they escape via Kang's chair and they steal Kang's chair. Kang needs the chair for his ship for multiversal travel. But it kind of does make sense because Hope comes right back to save Scott via a device and then he slips away. So even if they did steal Kang's chair, Kang is going to get said chair back. So I think this movie is going to change the game. As the director said himself, he didn't want it to be another palate appetizer. This is literally an Avengers level movie which is going to set up the next Phase 5 and Phase 6 because it's the first movie in Phase 5. And we all know how Loki looked at the end of Loki Season 1, which is technically the start of Season 2, at the end of time, to see that Kang has already conquered the TVA. So, when is that set? So we do know Ant-Man and Hope will be stuck in the quantum realm. It's going to be very interesting. 15-minute screen time, almost going to make Thanos look like absolutely nothing. I'm really looking forward to the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now we've got away from the nonsense with Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2, and other stuff like that. Although, also in the news, they nearly introduced Galactus in Thor Love and Thunder. Yet you have Zeus in a skirt. I mean, we nearly got Galactus in Thor Love and Thunder. And to be honest, I'm really glad they didn't put Galactus in Thor Love and Thunder. When Galactus first appears, we need it to be freaking epic. And it will make more sense if it was in a cosmic movie. Thor is a cosmic character, but it will make more sense if Galactus appeared in either and/or a movie like the Marvel's Captain Marvel movie or something like that, or Eternals 2 or something like that. So like always, guys, let me know down below. Is this plot leak real? Do you believe it? Is Ant-Man going to die? Well, you already know he's not going to die because that's pretty damn freaking obvious. So like always, guys, let us know everything think down below. And like always, please like, subscribe, and comment. That'd be much appreciated. And also check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And check us out on Twitter at WarstuG. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.